Good afternoon, gang. All right, so obviously after lunch, but still important information coming out here that we need to be paying attention to, and just word to the wise. Now, I'm guessing a lot of you, no, this isn't just a weather report. Okay, there's more to it than this that you guys need to know. But I'm guessing a lot of you guys that are on the East Coast are aware of the severe weather threat for this afternoon and tonight. You've got potential for bad weather anywhere from the Gulf Coast all the way up to Maine and as far inland as about Lexington, Kentucky, which includes me. All right. Tornado possibility, North Carolina, Eastern Virginia, Maryland, Eastern Pennsylvania, Jersey, most of New York State. Uh, Again, same area there for some damaging winds that could go all the way down south, and then hail as well. So just giving you a heads up, have your emergency preparedness stuff ready for what's going on there. Now, other things to pay attention to. We're getting into hurricane season, and the first tropical depression, or I won't even say tropical, but the first depression that is out there, there is the potential for an early season hurricane on the west coast of Florida coming up through the Gulf. Guys out there, get ahead of the game. If you need sandbags, if you need lumber, go get it now, okay, before the crowds all the day before it hits come up and go, I need to get sandbags. Just giving you a heads up. All right, now, two things that are interesting that you might want to know. Hey, Michigan, remember the old joke? Oh, God, this has got to go back to the late 70s when the auto industry was about falling apart and everybody was moving out of Michigan and moving to Texas. And the joke was, last one out of Michigan, turn out the lights. Okay, I remember because I lived there at the time. That's where I went to high school. Well, looks like Michigan's trying to turn into Texas. And I'm not talking politically, I'm talking electrically. We all know the deals with ERCOT and saying that there could be blackouts, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera, because Texas can't generate enough power for the summer because of the heat waves. Well, Katie sent me something today, and I will link this below. Headline: there might not be enough electricity to go around this summer in Michigan. That could require planned outages. All right. According to MISO, who's the operator of the electric grid up there in Michigan, says the summer peak forecast for Michigan is 124 gigawatts. They only have 119 gigawatts available generation capacity. Yeah. Okay. So you're 5 gigs short. Okay. Gee, I wonder, where did we relocate all those Afghanis again? Just saying. Okay. Dearborn? Okay. But so all of you up in Michigan, have your backups ready this summer, or start looking into getting whatever you need for backup cooling, because you know we're going to see all those stories come out this summer going, cooling centers in the high school gym and here and where and everything because it's too hot outside, and we can't keep everybody cool. Again, preps. Summer's coming. We know it gets hot. All right. Let's look at these smaller SHTF events. 100-degree temperature with the humidity that you get in Michigan. I remember that. Okay. Ain't fun. So, that being said, last one. All right. This is an interesting study. Okay. And again, I'm thinking this is all grand solar minimum stuff, guys. They can talk whatever they want about man-made climate bullshit. Climate change and all, but this is grand solar minimum crap. So if I said the word wildfire, what would you think about? California, New Mexico, Utah, Arizona, Nevada, pretty much out west, right? Okay. How about this? How about the East Coast between Georgia and Jersey? This is where researchers have found is that there are thousands and thousands and thousands of square miles that are wildfire hotspots that pose up to a moderate risk to up to 30 million properties. Okay? When you're talking about how many people that is, remember, 2/3 of the population lives east of the Mississippi. Okay? 80 million people are at risk of being burned out on the East Coast, with at least 30 million of them being in a moderate risk. Now, again, I live in the middle of the woods. Could it happen here? Yes. Talk to anybody. I mean, a lot of you guys watch Deep South Homestead. Okay, I do too. Danny's been talking about the moderate drought they are having down in Mississippi. We are seeing the same pretty much everywhere. It's dry here, all right? You know, we got a little bit of rain. In the last week, we've got a trace of rain. That was about it. Trust me, I know, because I'm trying to put all this freaking grass seed out, and it's like I'm praying for rain, because otherwise I'm just wasting my time. So, you know, trying to run a sprinkler off a well is not exactly the way to do it. So I'd like to see some rain. But keep an eye on your area, on your property for dryness. I mean, sure, there's a lot of things that you can't do. I mean, there's no way I can keep a forest moist or where, but you need to have everything that you are going to need to keep yourself protected, to somehow protect your house if something happens. You know, I say every time when you see a disaster, use it as a learning experience. We just saw that fire over the end of last week that was destroying all these mansions out in California. Do you have hoses? Do you have sprinklers? You know, even a little bit of wetness on the perimeter of your yard, depending on the severity of the fire, could keep it from coming into your house. Okay? Do you have fire extinguishers? Do you have fire blankets? Do you have an escape ladder? Do you have an escape route? If you need to get out, do you know how to get out and where to go? When the fire is raging all over the place, the time to go, gee, honey, should we go north or south? That's not the time to make a decision. You should already know. Not that there are any fires going on now, but pay attention to them. We're coming into the heat of summer. We are experiencing dry conditions, at least down south, and apparently up some of the East Coast too. So all the stuff that you guys see on the West Coast, those of you that live on the East Coast, pay attention. Same stuff that is happening to them could happen to you. Just do what you can to prepare yourself ahead of time so you're not a sheep. Have a good afternoon. Pinball out.